on Wall Street at the Museum of American Finance, which is hosting an exhibit dedicated to gold called Worth Its Weight, Gold from the Ground Up. It features some amazing artifacts that we're going to check out today. We are with Kristen Aguilera. She's the Deputy Director of the museum. Kristen, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks for coming to see the show.
So we're going to get a little tour about some of these amazing artifacts that you've put together. We're now in the historical area of the exhibit. So tell us a little bit about some of the really awesome artifacts that you have here.
The exhibit's called Worth Its Weight, and we are, as you mentioned, in the history section of the exhibit, and we have the world's first gold coin.
Yeah, that's
so let's
amazing.
start with that one.
Yeah, let's start with that one. How did you get your hands on this, or who's lending you these amazing artifacts?
Well, that particular coin is on loan from a private collector, the Jonathan P. Rosen collection. This is a Lydian coin. It's from between 564 and 550 BC.
And you also have artifacts that you found or people have found in shipwrecks, including a very large bullion bar.
We do. We have several gold bars in this exhibit, but the one you're referencing is actually from the shipwreck SS Central America. And it's the third largest gold bar that was aboard that shipwreck.
Wow.
And later recovered. It's 662 ounces.
So we do the math at today's price.
So it's more than $2 million.
Right. Kristen, before we move on to the other rooms, what inspired the museum to put together this exhibit focused and dedicated to gold?
Well, everybody loves gold. I think it touches all of our lives in some way or another, and it's beautiful and it's fun.
We're in a very fun room right now, which has basically incorporated gold into everyday objects, including board games. This is where the fun happens.
This is the Midas Touch Gallery of the exhibit, and it features the work of Sidney Mobell, who is a San Francisco area jewelry artist who basically transforms everyday objects into jeweled and gold encrusted creations. So the Monopoly set is actually one of our most popular objects that we have on view. It's on loan from the National Museum of Natural History. It was created in 1988 by Sidney Mobell for the World Monopoly Tournament, and it is solid gold.
Right, so the world's most expensive board game.
Right, it's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Well, you have some other cool stuff in here, including a fax machine. You have Elizabeth Taylor's gold box.
We do, and that's actually on loan from the Tiffany and Company archive, and they have loaned us some very beautiful objects, historical jeweled objects from their collection that are well worth taking a look at.
So we're in our final room now, which basically shows the many uses of gold. It's in our everyday life and everything from cell phones to medical technology.
Right, this is the Many Faces of Gold section of the exhibit. And we wanted to show people how many different places in their everyday lives gold can impact them.
Right.
So it's, as you mentioned, technology, medicine, but even marketing, branding, awards.
Space.
Religion, yes. Glad you mentioned it. We have a few terrific objects on loan from the National Air and Space Museum. We have a Gemini space helmet that has a gold visor because it's non-reflective,
right.
It's heat resistant.
And what's that gold record?
That is the Sounds of Earth from the Voyager. There were two that were made. One went up in the Voyager and is still in orbit. One is part of the National Air and Space Museum's collection, and we have it here, and it basically is all different sounds of the Earth.
Well, Kristen, the museum has really put together an amazing exhibit, and now it runs until?
It's open through December 2016, so a little over a year.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for the tour today.
Thanks very much for coming by.